Hey gang, and welcome to another Animal Crossing video. I'm Crossing Channel, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at every new item that has been revealed in the Animal Crossing New Horizons 2.0 update, and there are a ton. In fact, if we're including variations, there are over 9,000 new items for you to collect in this new update. That means you're going to be very busy getting your hands on everything new, but there's so much great stuff to unpack here, so I wanted to take a look at every single thing. So let's jump right into this. So this is a huge list that was created by ACNH CDN. I will link it in the video description so you can take a look at all of these items yourself. Now it's worth noting that some of these items actually are just updated game images, so not every item you see here will be brand new. Some of these you might recognize, but the majority of them are new, and I will point out the most interesting new ones that we see. We're kind of just going to take a casual look through this massive list and go over the most interesting new items which have been revealed. First of all, I have to point out that there are a ton of new clothes, and I really love these really cute new panda and bear backpacks like you can see. They're adorable, so definitely make sure you're shopping in Harvey's Island stores like Kix and Sahara's stores, because you will see some new inventory that you'll definitely want to get your hands on. There's also swords that you can get now, which is very reminiscent of Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. But yes, a lot of new clothes, which surprised me. I kind of didn't expect to see so many when I was kind of just expecting new items in general, furniture items I mean, but I'm really glad we got new clothes as well. There are tons of new photos, of course. There's absolutely so many. Of course, we have lots of them for the new villagers and all their different frame types. What's really interesting is, though, there are photos for basically every single special character, and right now no one really seems to know how to unlock these, so I feel like I need to do a video on this or something like that when I can figure it out myself. I have no idea, but if you know in the comment section down below, definitely let me know, because there are basically all of them. As you can see, there is literally so many, and I can't imagine they're just hidden items. I'm sure there must be at least some way to unlock them somehow, probably through amiibo functionality, but it's really anyone's guess at this moment. But yes, as you can see, there are literally so many. And once again, a lot of these sort of things you may recognize because they are updated, but there are lots of new ones mixed in here as well that are insanely cool, and I can't wait to get my hands on. I've seen a lot of these new items already, and I've seen some people mention they've kind of struggled to see new items. You just have to be a little bit patient if you want to find all of them, honestly. You got to look through your Nook's shopping app, through Nook's Cranny, and just get a bit lucky. Just remember, you're not going to get every new item on day one, unless obviously you're trading with people, so you know, it takes time to get the new items. Now we're starting to get into the actual new items, and a lot of these ones that we're seeing on screen right now are the new Plaza items, which you can actually get through the Nook shopping menu. As you can see, there's a ton of different variants, and you'll be able to get these through Cyrus if you want to change your version. For example, I got the blue version, I believe, of this bench, but I much prefer the green one. It looks really cool, and a lot of these items are huge, by the way, so definitely worth getting. These are some really nice new items. I love these. These are going to look so cool in kind of ruins and designs like that. You got all the new signs. Interestingly enough, they updated the image for the birthday cake, the anniversary birthday cake, which makes me wonder if they are going to do a new one for the second anniversary, or if we won't see anything at all. I don't know. This item is actually returning from Animal Crossing New Leaf. I always had it in my house with the gorgeous furniture, which I do dearly miss, but sadly, it didn't make it back into Animal Crossing New Horizons. A lot of furniture didn't, but then again, a lot of furniture did, and we obviously have a lot of new stuff that kind of moves more in the direction that New Horizons took. Of course, we have a ton of new hanging and ceiling items that are really great. The ABD, which has a bunch of different variations. They've got a lot of baby-themed items here for some reason. There's so many. I mean, they basically thought of literally everything they could possibly think of when it came to new items, so I'm really grateful that they've given us such a variety. These new flags are amazing. The Baobab Trees, which I love so much, and a lot of people thought we wouldn't actually be able to get these as items and they were just background scenery. Nope. Everything we saw you can get pretty much, so that is really cool. The new fish containers are amazing, and so many different variants for them. In fact, to create these big ones, you actually need these small ones, so that is definitely worth mentioning. And a lot of these are DIY recipes as well, so again, if you're not seeing these new items in your stores, you may need to craft them. The new bathtubs are great, and I haven't seen this one yet, but it looks like some kind of giant apple bobbing item. We have all of these beach chairs, which look great, and I love the fact that there's so many variants for them. Of course, we have a ton of new vine items as well, which you can use the vines to craft with, and these vines here are huge. These are deceptively huge. Seriously, when you get this for yourself in the game, it's massive. I know it looks small here, but it's huge. This really nice plastic bench, again, so many variants. Lots of new items for the school as well, which I really love. I've actually made my school in the Happy Home Paradise now, and you can get so many different items to customize it with. These new crates, which I love. Again, simple items like these really make your island come together, I feel like, and I just love that there's such a huge variety of them. The bread basket, which is so cool. A lot of items on this list are edible as well, and ones that you can cook for yourself, so that's definitely something that you'll want to make sure you're doing. And I just love the variety of kitchen and food items that we've seen this time around. They really went all out with that. The excavators and bulldozers and such are huge. Once again, massive, massive items. We have the cactuses and a nice little variant that has the flower on it. I absolutely love it. You got the coffee beans that you can actually unlock from Brewster. These little tables, these little coffee tables which you can get, they're so great, and again, so many customizations. They definitely didn't let us down when it comes to customizations. Lots of cute new items that you can unlock for the roost. Cars. Yes, you can get giant cars in the game now. They all look so fantastic, and there's lots of different types of them as well. As you can see, here's even more variants. Some wagons, some caves. I'm so happy that they've added caves into the game. I remember we had to make our own kind of fake caves using the Mario items. The fact that we can just straight up get caves in the game now is honestly amazing. A really cute new bike, much cuter than the old bike in my opinion. I really like that one. It's honestly so overwhelming just how many new items have added, as you can see. And if we, include the sheer variants, like I mentioned at the start of this video, it is over 9,000 new items to get, so that is an insane amount. So many new types of tables as well, and just general kind of items that I know a lot of people wanted to use to decorate their home, so finally you've been given some of those items that you've probably been waiting to see in the game since the very start, but here they are. Of course, we do have stuff returning, like this furniture set as well, the ranch set. I love it. I'm so glad that some of the old furniture made its comeback. And they also did an homage to kind of some of the old stuff as well, where this kind of works as the green furniture and this kind of works as the blue furniture from the past games. So I really like that. Customization has kind of eliminated some of the old furniture sets, but I honestly feel like that's okay because customization just makes things a lot more convenient. Again, more huge giant items. There's so many items here that will work fantastically for city core islands. So if you want to get your hands on a city core island, you want to make your own city core island, you're definitely going to have a lot to work with. These trees, these decaying trees, which are actually the versions we got for Halloween and also Bunny Day, but now we just got a normal variant. I love that. This is definitely the most impressive part of the new update to me, the fact that they gave us just so many new items to work with that can be used in pretty much any scenario. When it comes to interior decorating now, you honestly have so many options. You really aren't limited like you were before. Of course, now you can do things like add partition walls in your home and such, and it's just really exciting to me that they've upgraded home decorations so much. But of course, many of these items work great for the outdoors. You've also got this donation box here, which is a very strange item. You can only use it to donate 1,000 bells at a time, which I personally don't really get. I don't really get the point of that, but hey, I guess it could be useful. You've got all of these new items, which I believe kind of tie into the sort of store that you create on the Happy Home Paradise Island, and there's so many for the stores in here that clearly were designed with those stores in mind so that you'd have some great new things. Here we have the Rococo set, which is now called the Elegant set, and a lot of these are incredibly expensive items, so if you see them in the stores, just be prepared that you might have to spend a lot of bells on them, because I saw one and it was like 50k or something crazy like that. You've got the Excavator, which once again is an insanely huge item. I love these new fences as well. They've made so many like cool gates and giant fences that look amazing. You've got the flower beds and some new garden related items like the kind of greenhouses that are really, really amazing. You got all these different sort of portraits as well that aren't actually official art in the game that you can donate to the museum, but can just be used to decorate. Here we have all the Froggy chair variants. I mean, how can I not talk about the Froggy chair variants? I know you've all been waiting to see them. The red one was removed, but there are actually two new ones that weren't in Animal Crossing New Leaf. I believe maybe the pink one is here instead of the red one. I'm really happy to see that because I used to actually have some merch with pink Froggy chair on it, so I feel like maybe Nintendo stole my idea. Not really, of course. Lots of gaming items here. I really love them. I'm just gonna be saying I really love everything, by the way. If it sounds like I'm repeating myself and saying that I love everything, it's because I genuinely do. I really do feel very impressed about all this new stuff. The new castle items are insane. You can make a castle in the game now. Just process that for a moment. You can actually make a castle in Animal Crossing New Horizons. And it's real. You don't have to use simple panels or illusions. You can just straight up make one, and I love that. These new gold items, by the way, are fantastic. So cool. And once again, lots of different types of signs and such that you can hang up. These were definitely designed with Happy Home Paradise in mind. There's no denying that to me, but I'm really glad we can just get them for ourselves. Here is every single new gyroid, and as you can see, there are so many, and I love all the variants here. I do miss some of the old ones, but honestly, I'm happy we got new ones. I think they fit New Horizons much better. And I'd love to know, which gyroids have you actually collected so far? There's so many cool ones. There is a Brewstoid as well, which I'm so happy about. I love the frog one, by the way. That one's really cool. A gamer headset. I love that. So many gamer-themed items in this update. There basically are items for any kind of scenario or theme that you could think of, so I don't think anyone will feel left out here. There's a new Snowman item, which seems like it might be a seasonal item, actually. I love these gazebos, by the way, especially the mossy one. I have this on my island. It's amazing. Lots of cute little jars as well. Lots of like small items that will just help tie your decoration together that I'm personally really happy about. Here's lots of new cooking tools which you can use. I love the stonework I can't speak. I love the stonework kitchen, especially this one here, the mossy kind of ruined one. It actually looks really good with the castle. In fact, a lot of these new items actually match up with each other. So if you want a more cohesive theme, like a ruined castle, for example, you can do that. The new moss items are just amazing, especially the glowing pond and its variants. I can't wait to get that. This new statue, which is gonna dethrone the lion dog statue, in my opinion. I'm sorry, lion dog statue, but you are going down. All these new kind of mechanical items, which are great. This item is so bizarre to me. I do not understand. I guess it's like a fallen mannequin. I don't get it. I don't know, but it exists, and that is a real item. So if you've seen that going around, that is actually a real item. The sloppy furniture set returned as well. It's looking a bit different this time around, but I actually think it looks a lot better, honestly. I feel like it looks a bit more realistic now, which I like. That's the thing that is worth mentioning. A lot of these items have kind of been upgraded from old games to be more realistic to fit New Horizons style. And obviously they're not too realistic. They're not trying to look like real life, but they're just a lot more detailed, which I think is good. You can get a mountain and a volcano. I can't believe that you can have a mountain in the game now. It is huge, of course. Once again, it's a huge item. I don't know where I'm going to fit half of these new items, honestly. They're too big for my island. I have like no room, but I gotta add them in because they're so great. I really want to redecorate my home as well, and I'm sure for a lot of you watching this video, you're going to want to redo some of the rooms in your house because there's just so much variety when it comes to home items now, and especially the way you can customize them. I just love all the different variants though. I feel like that's what makes Animal Crossing New Horizons so great, the fact that we just have so many variants. Like these IKEA shelves, which are literally exactly like the ones you can get from IKEA. That is honestly so hilarious to me that you can do that. Lots of food items mixed in here as well that you'll see now and again. I don't believe this list has any rhyme or reason to it, so if some of these items look a bit kind of confusing to you and you're just a bit confused about the order of them, there's no relation here, I believe. Don't worry about anything like that. This is just kind of a rough overview of everything. You've got the new pillars, which I love. They look so good. This new pine tree, which I'm using on my island, and all the new potted plants as well. Lots of different stuff for offices, and this is a really cool item. I've actually never seen this one before. A lot of these I've kind of vaguely seen, but I don't remember that well. And a lot of them definitely are from old Animal Crossing games as well, so I'm happy they finally got to make their comeback. As you can see though, there is definitely no shortage of new items. There's basically something here that at least, well, I think there's something here for everyone. I really do. These new ruined items are so good, and I want to get more of those. It seems like you can get the DIYs from them from the Happy Home Island, but there may be some other way to get them if you don't have the DLC. Once again, so many new types of tables and such that is really going to allow for some creative new ideas like restaurants and such. I love the rubber duckies. Absolutely adorable. The new bags of fertilizer, no longer do we have to use pillows I should say, in order to create those kind of illusions. A really cute bike, which reminds me of Isabel's bike. I'm actually interested that they didn't bring back the exact version because they really seem to like that. These new castle walls, you can even make sandy ones, which is really great. I love the idea of that. Lots of new like planters that once again will work great in City Folk. The new simple panels, which are amazing. I can't wait to see how people use these. The small simple panels are really cool. New types of like gates and fences that you can get as well. I'm just so overwhelmed by everything new within this update, but I'm sure a lot of you are feeling the same way, and it's kind of overwhelming, but it's also really great because it means there's a lot of new stuff to enjoy here throughout the coming months and even over the next year, really. I don't think we have to rush to get our hands on literally everything new. I think it's good to take your time and kind of soak it all in so that you can really enjoy getting your hands on every new item and get excited about unlocking stuff again, because I feel like for a lot of us, it's actually been a while since we've unlocked new items and such, you know, especially for those of us who've been playing since the very start. So there's definitely a lot of new stuff here that we'll want to get. I love these. They're kind of like a little bus stop in a way with a bench in it. Reminds me of the item, or I should say the public works project from Animal Crossing New Leaf. The new storage sheds have so many variants, and these ones kind of remind me of beach huts, which is really cool. I love this kind of worn down one. I definitely want to get my hands on that. Lots that you can use for convenience stores and kind of city islands once again. The medieval walls, which work with the castle ones, they look so good. This new kind of ranch item I really love. I love it. It's so good, and I definitely want to use it on my island, which is kind of farm core related. And these huge tanks, I have one of these on my island as well. You've definitely got to get your hands on some of these huge items, because in this video, I feel like I can't really elaborate just how big they are, like this new castle tower or this Torii gate. They are huge. They are literally some of the biggest items that we've ever seen in any Animal Crossing game. Probably the biggest ever, to be honest, and they are definitely worth seeing in the game for yourself, because I feel like seeing them as little images here, yeah, they do look really cool, but you don't get the full effect of them, whereas when you actually see them in Animal Crossing New Horizons for yourself, you'll see just how insanely impressive they are. I love the new sort of yacht or boat, whatever you want to call it. And there's of course tons of new fences and customizations as well. I'm a bit sad that not every new fence can be customized, or every fence in general, but I do think that the fact we can customize them in general is really good now. There's also new posters and new wallpapers. Not all of these are new, it's worth noting, but a lot of them have been updated, but there are some brand new ones. For example, this one is brand new here. I believe these ones are all brand new as well, and they honestly look so good. So again, definitely keep your eye out for new wallpapers and rugs and stuff like that, because stuff like this is definitely going to go underlooked compared to some of the more exciting, huge items that we can see in this update. I think generally speaking, we're just onto kind of random, small, miscellaneous things now. These aren't really massive items, and again, a lot of these actually aren't new items, they've just updated the images. I'm pretty sure most of these aren't new, but you might see some new ones sprinkled in. I'm sorry that I can't identify exactly which ones are new and which ones aren't. I just don't want to get it wrong and let people, you know, mislead people about which ones are new and which ones aren't. I just thought I would disclaim that a lot of these actually aren't new items. This one's definitely new though. Look at that, that's gross. I don't like that. So that appears to be every new item in the latest Animal Crossing New Horizons update. I don't blame you if you feel overwhelmed by all of this, but honestly, it is so exciting that we have so many new items to get our hands on now, and I think you're all gonna really enjoy unlocking these. Let me know if you'd like to see a video on how to unlock some of the new DIY recipes, and also how to unlock new items in general, because maybe I could do a kind of guide on that. Leave a comment down below if you'd enjoy that. If you made it to the end of the video, be sure to comment Bob's Gang down below so I know you did, and let me know what your favorite new item was. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and turn on channel notifications for more Animal Crossing New Horizons videos. I want to give a big thanks to these channel members for their continued support of me and what I do here on this channel. If you want to become a channel member, click the join button down below the video or the link in the description to learn more. You can get a whole bunch of cool perks like exclusive emojis, a badge by your name, access to our members only Discord, and our members only podcast too.